like, oh, I might not be great, but it's not like, so not getting too ahead of yourself, just letting yourself kind of get out of your head. And still got the cough.
Hey.
Sorry. But yeah. And I'm coughing stuff up. That's why you see me. I'm leaning, I'm spitting.
Hey, no explanation. You know what I'm saying? We're aware.
But yeah, so I don't know what the routine is yet on this one. We're going to figure it out together.
We're going to figure it out. And I want to switch this a little bit around, right? And talk about habits that we have. Our last segment about, freedom of speech, right? And before that we had relationships, right? Let me ask you this. What is some habits? Like, okay, I don't know your situation, KK. You have a friendship or a relationship? What's going on there? Because why I'm saying this because like in relationships, we also establish habits, right? And I just want to talk if we're in current or if you're not in your current relationship, KK, just think of some habits that you've done in your past relationship, right? That you want to to address. So one of the things that I have, that one of the habits that I have started before I was in a relationship, I no longer do it, and I wish I missed that habit, right? So I used to do grounding, right? Every day. Ground, meditation, you know what I'm saying? I used to go when it's raining out here, beautiful rain, I go and lay in the rain and let the rain washes me and rejuvenate me. I used to go sun glazing by staring at the sun, you know what I'm saying, during sunsets and sundowns. I used to do a lot of routine and things with self-healing myself, right? And self-care. I felt that it just made me feel like a good person, you know what I'm saying? Like, and some of our best friends we met on Call of Duty, and me and KK and T and Heartbreaker, we all started this game. And I was a good person on Call of Duty until you mess with the people I love. You know what I'm saying? People around, I'll go ballistic. So when I got married this time around, I don't do those same routines and those habits anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I felt myself like wanting to do more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like have that I do self-care things, you know what I'm saying? I still do meditation and stuff like that, but like grounding, you know what I'm saying? Like, driving down to the beach and just putting your feet in the water and just letting the water just wash on your feet, because water holds memory, right? So like there's so many too many routines I used to miss, and I want to get back into things. So it's some things that's one of my routines I want to get back to and establish them habits again, right? So in that note, what about you, Jonah? What some things that you in a relationship that you're currently in, and what are some habits that that you wish you still had, or wish that you want to start? You feel me?
Yes, and I will actually need a minute to think about it, because I'll just have to think about it to more pinpoint an actual habit instead of an adjustment of living with another adult full time. Instead of adjustment, I need to think about if it's a habit or an adjustment to everything. Absolutely. So I'm going to listen to what everybody else says.
All right, go ahead, Ashley. What were things that you established in that? You've been in a relationship now, what, 5 years? Steady?
Yeah.
5 years. And let me just say this, because people know from our last shows, and also talking with Jerome. Yeah, Ashley's significant other is behind bars. So she's in a relationship with someone that's in prison right now. So there's some things you had to establish, habits that you guys established that deem that's too much or not enough.
Yeah, well, I think the hardest thing right now is that I'm probably going through the hardest time in my life right now. Mm-hmm. And simultaneously, he got into a little bit of trouble, and our communication has been a lot less. He has a lot less time to use the phone. We're not able to message like we were. And so that's been really hard to adjust, or to it's changed our routine and our habits. We had a very we talk throughout the day at these certain times, and we're able to be there for each other in that way. And that being taken away, I feel a little bit lost. We're still trying to figure out kind of a new routine and new habits. Exactly. And that's been, that's been tough. Our relationship I think this is the most tested we've been. Yes. In all the years that we've been dealing with each other. So I'm working on it.
I mean, like it is difficult, right? Because it's the routine and the habits that you're accomplished is before this incident happened, right? And so it's well, that's another show we could do as well. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's he people are probably asking where is he? You know what I'm saying? They don't see him being on the podcast any longer, but that's one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because of this. And I mean, like we started some things that I think we should, I regret now doing and talking about, because I think it can contribute to what he's doing, what's happening to him right now. So KK, what about you? What do you, some habits that you occurred, and some habits that you want to get rid of, or more habits that you want to start?
I would say one of the main habits I have that I really wish, I'm still working on to get rid of, is basically like kind of like self-tarnishing my relationships in a way, because I always like in a way feel like I'm not enough for somebody. And so I always try to like beat them to the hook, like just try to ruin the relationship before, anything or whatever, or just blame them. I just have a problem with, just being loved, because, I don't really know what that is, and I didn't really get the attention that I needed most of my life. So I need to break that habit. So
absolutely. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, like sometimes these conversations, they open up wounds, right? And or brings back memories that we want to have, right? But I just want to say this, and tell Jonah also get her thoughts together. You know what I'm saying? Pull up some notes. But this is what I want to say. We should make it our habit, right, to be able to talk and have conversations, and some of these hard conversations, right? Because sometimes to break habits or break addiction or break things that that's in your life is to have these tough conversations about it, right? Put it in the opening and allow yourself to see it, because it's harder for you to see the problem you're going through from the inside looking out than it is from somebody from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? So when we perceiving someone or looking at someone, sometimes you wear those, that pain of that these habits are cause, or these addictions are cause. You can see it on people, right? Mm-hmm. And another thing, when Jonah said what she said about how she introduced herself to people, maybe this is what she perceived herself is how others are perceiving her, even before they have that conversation with her, because she she struggles with some disease, not disease, but like circumstances in her life that cause her to act weird and awkward and quirky, right? So I get it, you know what I'm saying, because like I'm very approachable, but I'm also 100% heavy and opinionated. If you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you without sugarcoating it. You know what I'm saying? And that's sometimes it's hard for people to grasp that and to so sometimes like, listen, you ask for my opinion. And it's about, introduce myself to people, knowing that they got a lot of opinions and a lot of questions to ask you. Like, listen, before you ask me my opinion, be careful you asking that, because I'm going to tell you how I feel 100%.
Not to interrupt you, but I feel like some people, and I'm not saying this is you, I think about this myself, though, a little bit, is like, sometimes that's kind of like a mask. Like, I know I've been told I come off to people that I'm very confident and like, I know what I want and I'm loud and I'm opinionated. But on the inside, I have the worst like decision-making anxiety. And like, I do worry about what people think about me. I'm just really good at not letting you know that,
exactly.
So sometimes I think we miss things in people as well.
Absolutely. And, KK, I see, you got a little emotional there, you know what I'm saying? And baby girl, let me tell you something. And not because you're my daughter, I'm not saying this, but you're the most beautiful, loving. And I know people always say, you look like your mama, don't look not like your daddy. I'm okay with that. But I'll tell you one thing that you inherit from me is that big heart. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you one thing that people always told me. A big heart will get you fucked up. It will get you abused. It will get you used, right? Because you love people through their fuck ups. You love people through their fuckery. You love people through their flaws. You love people through the red flags that you see. You know what I'm saying? And I had that same problem. And you know how I beat that addiction? That habit is by facing the demon in myself in the mirror and saying, you are the fucking problem. And I don't want to be that person no more. When I used to be so mad instead of being more passionate with you, raising you, right? And you didn't understand it because it's a tough love that I felt that if I gotta keep yelling and you ain't getting it, then they gotta be tougher than this, right? So the tough love I was showing you is because I was protecting you, right? So when I fought that demon them days, and I said I don't want to be you no more, this is what changed my heart, because that's after that. You were not aware of this, but that happened in that apartment in Brandon, right? Remember that? And you came over and you told me that you lost your virginity for the first time. Remember you told me that? I had that conversation before I even had that conversation with you. My kids were all afraid to tell me those, you know, I was like, I'd rather you tell your mom that, and then I hear from her, because I don't think no man and no father want to hear their daughter saying, you know, I had sex. That just, to me, is like, oh my God, let me kill this little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, because I'm like, I know how I was. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, that you all you doing is predicting that's how this person's gonna be with your daughter. You see what I'm saying? But like, I'm telling you this. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get emotional. But what is not okay, being my daughter, it's not okay for you to sit there and dwell on that if you're not lovable, if you're not loving people enough. If that's how you feel, then I feel I failed as a father to you, because I've known in my heart, I've always told you daughters, you kids, you girls, that you're the most beautiful thing that's ever happened in this world. You are I got pictures of you guys, and to this day, my babies are beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful. I tell people I don't have ugly children. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's a blessing. And you should wear that. I know it's a tearing down of your perception of yourself. People have torn you down. You know what I'm saying? You've torn yourself down. You're torn yourself down by looking at yourself. And like the last segment, you're talking about, you know, your chin and stuff like that. Like, and I was sitting there thinking, like, man, girl, is that the only thing you see? Because what I see here is the most beautiful thing that I created, that I helped create, and that makes me proud. I may have messed up teeth. I may have this. I'll tell you what, I'm a beautiful, I know I'm fine. I'm a fine ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a damn what you feel, because I know I love myself enough, right? To have them that conversation with me. I know I dress flawless. I mean, I look good when I put on some clothes. I look good when I put on a suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my hair always look good. My beard is always on, because I want to make sure I feel good about myself first. I don't do this for nobody else. You feel me? So if you had to cry, you know what I'm saying? I would hope that you cry, because it's a healing process for you, okay? Let that tears, let that pain be a healing process to you, because you are beautiful.
I want to tell you too, I haven't known you that long, but I feel like I could feel your heart and like your soul, and you are so bright and like so easy to be around and talk to, and like you have like this dope, I feel like, perception of the world. I just think the only thing that you be forgetting, baby girl, is that not everybody deserves you. You know what I mean? Like, and you need to like wear that. You need to be like, you know what? You don't deserve me. Like, you need to know that. And I don't know if there's anything I could give you. It would just be that little bit of confidence to know that, so that you know how dope you are. You know what I mean? Like,
and beauty is on the skin deep. Because you can look fine as hell on the outside, and your heart can be cold and dark as hell on the inside. You know what I'm saying? You ugly to me. Seriously. I've seen beautiful women who they when they open their mouth, their whole body stank. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. Ugh, bitch, you so ugly. You know what I'm saying? You have just literally made yourself, I'm dead ass serious when I say that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many women out here so vain about themselves. So focused on what they look like. They spend hours in there trying to look good, but inside they just fucking broken. I'd rather be I told myself, I mean, I'm a victim of a predator of this. I used to look at women on the outside. I mean this. We had this conversation before. I used to look at women like, damn, look it, I'm big. That don't mean you gotta be big. You know what I mean? I mean that. You know what I'm saying? I looked at women and looked at their faces and like, I didn't give a damn about this time around. When I fought that demon, it changed my perspective of how I looked at the world and how I looked at people. So like, if a big woman want to date me, hell, I'm taking that big bitch. You feel me? Sorry about that. That's how I felt at the time. If this woman ain't all looking like she's a dime, I'm okay with that. She's my dime. She's my big woman. I mean that. Seriously. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't say stuff to make people, try to make people feel good about themselves. I say it because it's true. You know, what I say that's true makes you feel good about yourself. You feel me? Like me and Ashley got this back and forth thing, more me but to her, like a bald head gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I tell her every day, girl, you look beautiful. I don't give a damn. Man, put some wax on that head, weigh them waves down. You say, if you both bald, this chemo takes all your hair off. So what? You still beautiful. And I said, and I mean that. My daughter said this, and she can back this up. When she seen our first video, right? She's like, oh my God, she is so beautiful. I love her smile. Am I lying? Did you not say that?
I did.
I'm not. I mean, and everybody says that about you. You feel me? And I think, and don't get it twisted. Yes, there's people out there trying to say it because they don't really mean it, but that's what they think you want to hear. And this is the problem. We need to break that fucking habit. We